So this vlog is titled Hitler's Mistake. Adolf Hitler's Mistake. So Adolf is that German Nazi who organized the killing and mass murder or genocide of the Jews. Apparently, he didn't think the Jews were pure enough white people, which could be a Negroid influence in some of the Jews' genotype. But he decided to kill, and the Germans and the Nazis, or the Nazis and the Germans, and some other countries participated in the annihilation and mass murder and detainment and skinning even, and study of I think it's up to 12 million Jews or so. I think the estimates are somewhere between 7 to 20 million Jews, but I'm pretty sure it ends up being about 12 million. So what was Hitler's mistake? Hitler got a lot of the genetics correct. I'm not laughing. I'm pretty sure he didn't really, use a test tube or a pipette or, a DNA sequencer. He had to rely on books and his observations of phenotypes of people. And he was definitely, above the curve as compared to some other people, because a lot of people bought into his ideology, and, the Nazis came out of that, and they even acted on it. They didn't just buy into it. I don't think Hitler, is really the first to do genocide, though. I'm pretty sure that was still, from my understanding, the British who did it, maybe in either Australia or South Africa, or in something with the Dutch. I know it's not Hitler. I'm pretty sure it still goes back to the British Isles, which is another point for intelligence and, power, I guess, of the white Caucasian race. I mean, even if you're not for it, you still can't deny that being able to accomplish those things isn't easy, and being the first to ever do it puts you way ahead of the rest. So what was Hitler's mistake? Hitler's mistake is that he targeted the Jews, who are at least a Fitzpatrick III population, and often considered white by many people, even if they do have some Negroid admixture. And what should he have done if he really wanted to succeed at annihilating an entire race of people? He really should have targeted the Fitzpatrick VI Congoid black-skinned people. I'm not really purporting that be done, but had he taken that approach, he might have succeeded at killing all of the black-skinned people on Earth, which numbers to about 1 billion, and possibly even all of the gorillas. And maybe some other black apes, such as bonobos. And some of the chimpanzees, I think, even have a black skin color. I think there might actually be some variation. Some variation in the color of skin of the chimpanzees, because I'm pretty sure there are some whiter skinned chimpanzees, but I think there might be some blacker skinned chimpanzees, unless they're considered to be different types of apes, different types of apes, really, such as a bonobo versus a chimpanzee. That I'm not completely sure on. I know there are people out there who know that, specifically some zoologists and biologists, even probably some zookeepers, and even some people who have them as pets. You can definitely comment and explain that part, as I'm definitely curious to know, and I definitely want to know. But, had Hitler targeted the Fitzpatrick VI Congoid population, I'm pretty sure the other white communities would have bought into his ideas even more. Because killing off another set of brown or white, brown, or Fitzpatrick 3 people is probably too close to comfort for some white Caucasians who realize that they are a gene pool for them, they are a necessary tool at the least, and beneficial on some level. And, the Asians, the other thing, I guess, so that's really Hitler's mistake. The other couple points that I do want to make is that, Japan aligned with the Germans, and this is a mark against Japan's intelligence that, Japan made some stupid decisions in that World War II in terms of bombing Pearl Harbor and trying to take Hawaii or Pearl Harbor from the United States. Like, did they not realize the economic and military power of the United States when they decided to do that? Did they not understand enough English? Were they going crazy with all their Japanese ideas? Or did they just want a suicide mission? These kind of things aren't really clear to me. Why would Japan even try a military effort against the United States when Japan is such a small country with a small military and a much smaller population? And why would Germany rely on Japan? Could they not get any other allies? Why didn't they try to focus on working with the British and the Americans and the Canadians? Had Hitler really chosen to target the Congoid Sixes and really focused on working with the other white populations that are either white supremacists, and for that it's really more than white supremacy. So that's not really fair. What I'd say, it's really the genocidal, homicidal people who might be considered psychotic. Those are the people who are the ones that want to go out and kill everybody. White supremacy is not really all about killing. That's maybe one factor of some white supremacists, but those ones, you can draw a Venn diagram for this even. Those ones, would be grouped in with those genocidal, homicidal people. So, yeah, that is definitely Hitler's mistake, and probably a lot of the reason why his efforts failed in the end to ethnically cleanse a population, and why he ended up shooting himself in the head. I'm definitely fascinated by this stuff, interested in learning more and understanding more, and really how, a lot of this came to be. I did have a conversation with Leah. She's like a 19-year-old from Germany who happened to be in Boston, and sat and discussed some of this with her and had a chance to really flesh out some of the things that I had read, start to understand some of the inaccuracies that are in, much of the written literature, and get her perspective, as she is a native German. So I definitely appreciate that from Leah, and I do hope to continue that type of correspondence going forward. So that is Hitler's mistake. View, like, subscribe, share, comment, and have a wonderful day.